Hello everyone, this is Thomas Nickel, and today I'm going to be talking about how to write a research paper. So first, what are the prerequisites to writing a paper? Well, you're probably going to need some sort of computer. You can try writing on pen and paper, but good luck editing at the end. You'll also need some sort of topic, something that you're going to write the paper about. Try to figure out what that topic is as soon as possible so you can start the paper early. Now that you have your topic selected, I'm sure that you are dying to start writing. But hold your horses, because the worst thing that you can do is dive headfirst into a research paper. No, the first thing that you should do is write an outline. According to the Purdue Writing Lab, an outline aids in the process of your writing, helps you organize your ideas, and presents your material in a logical form. As seen on the slide here, I have given you what I use as an outline, and you can clearly see what each paragraph is going to look like just by looking at this brief example. With your topic selected and outline formatted, it's now time to find your main points. Remember, each of these main points will have an entire body paragraph devoted to it, so make sure they're pretty broad. A good way to start finding your main points is by going onto Wikipedia. I know that sounds crazy, but there is a lot of introductory information that you can find on this website. Don't get me wrong, you shouldn't use it as a source in your final paper, but if you need some help getting started, this is a very good place to find some broad main points. With your points selected, it's now time to write your thesis statement. As seen in the outline, the thesis goes at the end of the intro paragraph, and it should be an encapsulation of the entire paper. Usually, a thesis has three main parts: a statement of the topic you're researching, some sort of linking word like by or because, and the list of the main points you chose earlier. With your thesis written, it's now time to use some sources. As seen in the outline, you want to have about 2 sources per body paragraph, so keep that in mind while researching. These sources can actually come from anywhere, but as stated by the Georgetown University Library's website, you want to ask a couple questions to figure out what sources you should use. For example, is the author credible and reliable? Is the information valid? Is there another institution or other source that supports this information? These questions will help you figure out whether or not the source is trustworthy and whether or not you should use it. After finding your sources, it's finally time to unleash your creativity. Yep, the attention getter and the clincher are the places where you have the most freedom. So you could do anything from a crazy quote to a wacky story. Anything that gets the audience involved in your essay. One more thing to note is that the clincher should always tie back to the attention getter so that you get this good full circle movement in your paper. Alright, so we are almost done our outline. We just have the intro and conclusion sentences left. Now, these transition sentences are pretty easy and they follow a format such as this. You have an acknowledgement of a previous paragraph, a restatement of a topic, and an introduction of the new main point. If you wanted a conclusion sentence, you'd basically just reverse these. Talk about the point that you are concluding first before bringing up the point of the next paragraph. Alright, you finished the outline. Good for you! But the work is not done, as it's time to fill in the blanks. So what does that mean? Basically, this is where you're going to put in your analysis. At the end of each quote, you should add a sentence describing how that quote fits in with your main point and your topic as a whole. This is going to be the meat of your essay, as you are going to interpret the quotes into something that can be used for your point. So now you're done, right? Nope, there's still one step remaining, and that is to review, review, review. According to the Cornell Graduate Program website, some helpful reviewing tips include sharing your draft with someone else so that they can give their input on your writing. Locate places where you're unsure of the wording and get outside help with that. And check to make sure that your style remains consistent throughout. For example, keeping your tense the same and making sure that the writing flows smoothly throughout. Some other tips are avoid using the first and second person and avoid using linking verbs like is, am, or are. These will make the paper sound less professional, and you want to get rid of those at all costs. And with that, you did it! You finished your research paper. You formatted your outline, you filled in the blanks, and you reviewed until you were satisfied. Now, obviously, this is a really long process, so please do not procrastinate while writing. And if you followed all of these steps, you will have completed a great research paper. Thank you for listening.